The memory of hunger eludes you, it's likely you're not in a calorie deficit. If the sound of your growling stomach hasn't echoed recently, you're not in a calorie deficit. If the sensation of hunger has ceased to make itself present, you're probably not in a calorie deficit. If you haven't deliberately chosen to retire early to avoid confronting hunger, you're probably not in a calorie deficit. If you've completed a meal and you're feeling full, you're probably not in a calorie deficit. These subtle cues remind us that being in a true caloric deficit requires a genuine adjustment to our eating habits and a conscious effort to acknowledge our body's signals. It is through this recognition that we can navigate our journey and strive towards our desired goals. Otherwise, you're not in a calorie deficit. Our brains are indeed wired to seek pleasure from food, and the sensation of hunger serves as a powerful driver to eat. However, it is the avoidance of discomfort that often compels us to reach for food. The pain of hunger can be intense and persistent, leaving a lasting impression. Yet, if we choose to ignore it, as we sometimes do when circumstances don't allow us for immediate eating, we find that sensation eventually subsides. By resisting the urge to give in to hunger, we create a calorie deficit. If your goal is to lose body fat, it becomes essential to embrace hunger as a companion on your journey. Learn to appreciate the sound of an empty stomach, anticipate the satisfaction of going to bed early to avoid the temptation of eating, and welcome the fatigue that comes with pushing your limits. These are the signs that indicate you are likely in a calorie deficit, taking you closer to your desired results. Otherwise, you're probably not in a calorie deficit.